There's a Texas sheriff recommending charges over the Martha's Vineyard flight. So where does that investigation stand?
Yeah, so one thing to point out, Adrienne, when we hear, the Attorney General of California looking into this, the Texas Sheriff, Javier Salazar looking into this, we have to remember that these are both Democrats. So just to give that context to some viewers. So essentially, these two officials are looking into the fact that these migrants were in Texas and, then taken from Texas to New Mexico and then California. Now, they are alleging that the state of Florida was behind this transportation and tying it back to charges like kidnapping. Now, from what we hear, this investigation is going to cast a very broad net. So we don't know exactly if it's targeting, for example, Ron DeSantis directly and those under him. However, it seems like it is essentially against anyone or looking into anyone who had anything to do with sending these migrants from Texas to California. Now, of course, Ron DeSantis in the state of Florida, his governor's office, not necessarily backing away from this, saying, look, California has sanctuary cities. These are the policies. Why shouldn't we be able to send these migrants there? But this is also coming as Ron DeSantis is running for president, and this is very political. It's coming as someone like Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is always trying to boost his own national profile. Right. So there's definitely a political element to this.
Yeah, and if you look at the tweets from Governor Gavin Newsom, he didn't mince words, calling out Ron DeSantis as a small man. I believe at one point you mentioned the kidnapping. I think that's completely politicized, and that's not my opinion. I just think that's a term that's actually criminal, and to use that when we don't even know if these were criminal acts is irresponsible. But I mean, in terms of what charges they could face, let's leave out the politicization of the topic. What in the world would Ron DeSantis be guilty of? What is the sheriff in Texas who says that the Martha's Vineyard flights were illegal actually saying he did wrong by the law books?
Yeah. So we don't really know yet. We know that the sheriff said he was going to cast a wide net. So it might not be Ron DeSantis. It could be those working under Ron DeSantis. It could be the officials or the individuals who were on the ground in Texas when this took place. But in terms of the legal element to this, look, I'm no legal expert here. But I think you're seeing a lot of legal experts, lawyers, looking at this idea of kidnapping, looking at the statutes in California, New Mexico, and Texas. And that might be one thing, these investigators need to keep in mind. This seems to have taken place across 3 states. So, how do the differing state laws play into this?
Yeah, and they're going to have to say, oh, well, is this kidnapping when the NGOs take people on a bus and they don't really know where they're going? They say they know where they're going, or they say they know where they want to go. But how much do they know about the geography of the United States of America, having gone through multiple continents or countries to get here? And was it kidnapping when the federal government made some flights as well and transported people? Julia, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.